Thank you. Sorry, we weren't ready. We'd all gone to sleep. Sorry, Dan.
No problem.
We'll try not to all ask the same questions, eh?
Are we your last of the groups, or have you still got more? Yeah, so excited.
I'll give you my best.
Yes.
What's been your worst question so far? What's been the worst question?
So far.
Of the same one over and over.
Yeah, well, what is the expectation of the season? Come on, who's the first to ask me?
What's your expectation for 2016 season?
Well, you'll get boring question, you get boring answer.
So will you beat Daniel or no?
It's very hard to predict the future, obviously. So, to be honest, last year taught me how not to expect too many things from yourself, from the team. Just the hard work. It's down to the hard work and to optimizing the things through the start of the season, through the season, and this will bring the good results. And also for myself, in our personal battle, it will be the same. It will be down to who will find the best ways, fastest ways to get around the racetrack and score more points. Simple as that.
Obviously, there are two very strong drivers at Toro Rosso. Are you and Daniel feeling a lot of pressure to hang on to your seats? Or?
I can't talk for Daniel, but I can talk for myself, so not really. I mean, as long as I do my job in the optimal way, in a strong way, there's always an opportunity to have an opportunity. So yeah, there's always it's an interesting life. So as long as I do my job well, I'm pretty confident it's going to go all right.
Be honest, how worried did you get last season when there was rumours about the team's future and you didn't know which power you were going to have?
It's not great. It never really helps. I think it never helps the general atmosphere. It never really helps stay focused for some people. Personally, to me, I always knew that staying focused on your own job, that's what I'm there for, and that's what I did. And I think that period for me went well, but obviously there are many things going behind the curtain. But to me, I think I stayed quite uninfluenced, and it was good for me personally to know.
Daniel said that, talking about the Renault engine, he said that's the only question mark kind of around Red Bull's form this year. Would you agree with that? Do you think that's the thing that's probably going to hold them back most?
I know that on the car side, last year we've been very strong. We've been working very hard this post-season, the pre-season on the car shape. I'm pretty confident it's going to be in a good place. Of course, the main steps are to come obviously from power unit, but I'm sure that Renault has ingredients to be very competitive and strong. And let's see how well they have put these ingredients together over the winter break. And I'm curious to see it. And it would be fantastic for us, for them, to see that with progress. And if it will happen, we'll be very happy.
How big a difference is it for you personally going into your second year with the team? Because it took you a little while to get going last year, but then you sort of came on strong as the year went on.
It does help, I think, quite a lot. I think this year, every time I come into factory or to a test or something like that, many things are happening a lot more automatic, a lot more simple. I know who does what, I know what I have to do, I know who I have to ask for something. Everyone is more used to each other, there's more confidence between us, and it's all going just easier, it's more easy going, and it's a lot more helpful for sure.
There's a lot of talk at the moment about changing the rules for 2017. If you yourself could change anything about the car and the rules, what would you change?
I think Formula 1, is a sport that's going through quite a few changes in the regulations, which is interesting for the fans. For us drivers, it's very interesting to adapt to something. Something is always new. There's always some new challenge. Obviously now we have been in an era of where we had quite low downforce and a bit of a degradation on the tires. Probably would be, for me as a driver, would be interesting to see what it feels like, a car with like very fast car, one lap.
Yeah,
that would be great to experience. And but obviously, I'm not deciding the rules personally, so there are many things going behind the curtain, and I didn't have much influence on that. But if I had to say mine, my opinion, it would be great to see a race where we push 101% from start to the end.
Yeah.
I think most of the drivers would be interested to experience that, and obviously fast lap time. We'd like to see some record lap times tickling in the new tracks, in all the tracks.
What are your impressions of the ultra soft tyres?
Haven't been really honest, so have to find out as we go. So,
Do you know when they'll be used for the first time?
I think it's mainly for the track, street circuits. So I think what's Monaco? I think so. I haven't seen the tire calendar, but if I had to guess, I think it's there, which would make sense.
One of the regulations drivers have had an input in is the potential halo surround for head protection. Is that something you're supportive of? And have you seen what the teams come up with as an alternative?
Yeah, obviously we are aware, as a GPDA as well, we're talking quite a lot about this. We're trying to find a suitable solution. Obviously, I think it's always has to be, the philosophy of racing is to stay the same. It's single seater. It doesn't have to look too much different than it is now. Obviously, you can always find some good solutions for improving safety. It would be great, but obviously, racing has always had a risk factor. We all know this. We all know why how much risk it was back in the day. We know that the drivers were risking their lives every day, every time they got in the car. Now, obviously, still, such high speeds. Just to look at what speeds we're generating is impressive. So, but obviously, the tracks got a lot safer, the cars got a lot safer. I experienced it myself, and it's also very much influenced by fans nowadays, the sport. So, it would be interesting to hear what they think. And our sport is very popular, but we also have to listen to the opinion of the people who are watching it. It will be very, very important to know. And I think lately there has been a lot of Formula 1 is listening more and more to the fans' opinion, which is great.
Touching on about fan engagement, and you mentioned the GPDA, which you're a member of. They did a big survey on fan engagement last year. I don't know if you've seen any of the results of that, or that's being shared with you. But there's a lot of talk at the moment about F1 and the fans not probably seeing eye to eye. What do you think you personally and Red Bull as a team can do to engage more with the fans?
I think GPDA has been doing great service. Great ideas are coming from GPDA side. I think it's good. Step by step, you cannot make everything happen in one day. But I think, obviously, like I said, Formula 1 is going through many periods. There's 4 or 5 years blocks made of quite big changes. And I think that we've seen one block of interesting, completely different Formula 1. And we see 5 years of another block, another challenge for drivers and the teams. But the main philosophy, I think, has to stay very similar. Sure. It's like, for example, football. It's been the same for I don't know how many years. I think obviously Formula 1 has been variating a lot, which is great, which makes it one of the greatest sports. But let's see. It's also, I like to think about it, but there are other people who have spent more time thinking about that.
Sure. I think something that fans appreciate is when you as drivers tweet and you communicate with them. Certainly you've got a very intelligent audience, so they like that kind of communication when you get involved with them.
Yeah, it's important also. The internet is such a big tool nowadays, so it's important.
Cool, thanks.
Given the limitations of last year's car, how did it live up to your expectations, your debut season with Red Bull?
Well, obviously, we started, before the start of the season, there was plenty of expectations, from my personal side, from everyone's side to me, and so on. And it wasn't easy to deal with a tough season, tough start to the season particularly. Many things were going on. It was a bit painful at the times, but it taught me a lot. I became a stronger driver, a stronger person, and now I feel like we're just living to today, and then we'll just react accordingly. And that was also might be painful, but very useful experience.
So you've not really got, from the sounds like you don't really have any expectations going into the new season.
Not really. I'll just do my job. I will just do my best and improve myself. We'll be looking to reaching the limits of the package every time I'm on the track. And as long as I will do that, then we can focus on other things. We will be trying to improve things as good as we can.
Are you expecting a challenge from Toro Rosso early on when they put the Ferrari power unit in?
There can be many things. Every Formula 1 season start. Obviously, there hasn't been a big regulation change, but every season start is something new. Things can mix up. We can go forward, we can go backwards. We can stay always where we were. So we are all hoping we are going forwards, of course, but other teams were not standing still. Of course, there are some teams that could be a threat, but we will be. There is always a chance to move ahead with the hard work. I'm pretty sure.
What is your opinion about the future of motorsport in Russia? Because, as we know, nowadays we have some more Russians in junior racing series. Like, for example, Sergei Sirotkin is on very good roads. He will drive in HRT, GP2. In GP2, we got Igor Maspev and all of these drivers from S&P Racing. Do you think that in the future there will be more Russian drivers in Formula 1?
I think life is long. Russia is a big country, so I think there's a very high chance that there will be more Russians. I think we've been obviously drivers that you named. We've been the generation that has been growing together. We've been obviously coming up similar career steps, and I think there can be possibly a very bright future for the Russia in the racing, because I think we see more and more racing tracks, more racing drivers. Like you said, SMP is doing some interesting things. Sergei, there has been Nikita Mazepin also is doing some good, showing some good things, and obviously I'm wishing that soon we will have more and more Russian drivers to that one. And the Russian Grand Prix, I hope, will stay for a long time.
Right, thanks everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Dan. Cheers.
Stay here. We're going to